Well, hello my fellow car modelers. How are you doing today? We've got this on the bench, and I think this has been reviewed and talked about on the internet and YouTube plenty, but we're going to take a look at this for a little bit different reason, because we're going to also take a look at this right here and do some comparison and see what in this kit fits onto this kit to make this kit much better, because as we know, this is a simplified kit and easy build, and you know, great. I think it was a great idea, but some of us want a little bit more, and I think Luka products can help you out with that. All right, so we're first gonna pop this open. All right, and let's see how close everything is. Let's take the essentials out. I'm not going to go through this whole kit. Like I said, there are plenty of videos out there really going through this kit, showing it, and I think we're all good with that. Let's take a couple of things. I'm going to take. We'll just look at that. We might look at a couple other things later, but this is going to be the biggest concern. Is this chassis. Yucky. I mean, I don't hate this. Sometimes I like to do a build, especially a truck. I'm doing a truck lots of times. I want to build a hauler and the focus or something pull on a trailer, which is something I want to do. Lots of times I want the focus to be on the race car that's on the trailer or whatever it's towing, and I'm not worried about the truck. So that's where this is kind of cool, which is reminiscent of the old snap kits they were pulling out of the dualies and stuff like that, which I really like them. They were cool. And that's going to come up here in a little bit in this video. We'll be looking at that. Let's take a quick. This is the big plus of this kit. And I want to say, first of all, this is not my kit. I haven't been able to pick one up. My good buddy, BG, he lent me this kit. I'm not opening this up because it's his kit, and we don't really need to. But there's the grill, and you see now, we'll look at the clear later. You know, like I said, there's plenty of videos out there. We don't need to, but it's very cool that now, instead of the old kit having the headlights molded into the grill and chromed, yeah, we've got real headlights now, real looking headlights. We got that right there. So there's that and this, and you knock them out of the side over there. I could have swore I had more of these. I wish I would have bought more of these kits when they were out. But let's take a look at this. This is a very, very popular and goes for quite a bit of money. Now, mine is butchered, but it's not butchered too much to not show some examples of things here. But this is going to be, I think, very, very helpful to some of you if you can get a hold of one of these kits from that series. But yeah, we're looking at, this is a, yeah, there's the old wheels that for the SS and all that. You know, the chrome tree is, but you notice there's no grill in this one, chrome tree. I was building something, I think I was going to do a race truck or something, tubbed or something, so I took the whole whatever it is out. I've already glued, I think I've glued this on. I don't think it's, no, it pretty much interlocked pretty good in there, the old kits, but I can't seem to get it apart. It doesn't feel glued, but I can't get that apart, but we're not worried about that. And here's, we'll get to that. But I want to show you something here real quick that was kind of interesting in this kit. The grill in this kit, because it was body color on the real thing, they didn't put this on the chrome tree. But look at the headlights, man. That kind of is a bummer. So a little comparison here. Let's get that in the light, if you can see. Pretty much very close to the same thing, but better. So these are better. That's a big plus. That's one of the biggest pluses, I think, in this kit. Let's see. I'm going to show you something pretty cool. Let's get the parts out. Now, this chassis, the chassis, it's split in half because I was doing a project, but quite honestly, I think this is all I did was do that, and I could possibly bring it back. I don't know. It kind of stinks. I wish I had a chassis, because I'll tell you why in a little bit. But anywho, old, new, lots of similarities, very close. I know that this is based off of the promo tooling and then there was the kit, which they would share a lot of stuff. So it's really kind of like they were the same designers. It was kind of like their same, what they did back then as far as bucks and all that stuff. But things were a little different. The way you can see some differences. The under the hood is slightly a little more simplified, but really all the same shapes. Very, very close. Now here is the big thing that I want to do. This is something that I'm about to come out with. It's something I did a long time ago in resin casting. And I am about to come out with an outlaw hood for this truck. This was designed and basically for the old AMT Chevys. Fits on there beautiful, perfectly. This is the thing. Will this fit on the new one without any modifications? If I don't have to do any modifications and go back to punching these out, it sure does. What do you guys think? So I am about to put this is the master. I'm about to put it into the mold. I was reworking it. I re-primered it. I'm going to do a little more buffing. I like to get these things, the masters, buffed up and real shiny so they come out of the mold beautiful for you. I am going to start kicking these out. I'm looking at this week. I will make an announcement when they are available. But you can see they are going to fit on these new trucks. That was a big thing that I wanted to show you with this. The other thing is, you know, we've got that chassis. So here's the old chassis that was, you know, nice and free of any of this molded in, where you wanted to make it a little more, you know, you wanted to have the suspension and all that stuff all separate from this rigmarole. You're watching the Luka C channel on YouTube. Yeah, this is all pretty much the same. One thing I noticed, that's how the bed works. There's just two little pins, and it just, it's you know, I guess it gets the job done. But I like these old ones. If you look, the old ones used to have this interlocking deal that I'm pretty sure that this is not glued together. There we go. Look at that. You go clip down, and that was just such a much better design. But it is what it is. Just for a goof. This will probably, if it wasn't for those, they would interchange. So that's something to think about with all the old trucks, like a long bed. There's a long bed that came out first back in the 80s. If you get a hold of one of those, you could probably, you know, well, you get one of those, you don't need this, so forget about it. But they'll probably come out with one, who knows. And the step side, oh boy, I'll tell you what. I was hoping to be able to use this chassis and mend it. I'm going to try to work on it. But I'm thinking about making a resin mold, a mold to cast resin of this chassis. You know, this suspension, all the suspension pieces, all separate. Just all that stuff, the gas tank, all that stuff being separate instead of having the blocky blah, blah. I'm just kidding. I like promos. I don't get too upset about this so much. I will probably actually build one of these, but you know. And then you can put any engine you want in there. There was some specific engine parts that came with this kit. Who knows what we'll do. But there's a lot of all that intricate suspension. And I lost one of the steering knuckles, but it was even posable. That was what was really cool about this kit. They were really lovely. And, you know, there's all your exhaust. Everything separate. And we got some cool spoilers and things. You know, I'm probably gonna make some molds of some of this stuff and offer it if it's something you guys like. I definitely want to hear in the comments below of what you think about some of this stuff that we could take from the old kits and we could replicate them, and you guys could make your new one a little better. So I'm up for doing that. But the big thing is I am coming out with this really cool hood. That thing just turned out so nice. Just got to work a little bit on the master, a little more, get that thing a little more smooth. I like them to be shiny, beautiful, smooth as glass. Masters, when they come out of the mold, they are just, you know, they look like styrene. If you got any of these old kits, they are very crossover-ish with these new ones. Boy, that is going to really get the people searching for old built-ups. Like, now I want another one of these. I want a sports side so bad now. I only bought one sports side, and I cut that thing up to make a desert truck, and that's bummer on that one. But they were all over the place back in those days. But this is pretty cool. How about that? Let's take one last look. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So I just wanted to show you guys that, talk about it with you guys, and I'm pretty excited about that. I have all this stuff. I probably have more of these trucks to get other things from that. If it's something you guys would be interested in, I would be willing to come out with. So there you go, a little side-by-side action. Let's see what we got here. This is just getting to be such a popular truck, becoming a classic. You're starting to see, first of all, the values of a short box on these are starting to blow through the roof. You know, it used to be the old 60 C10s that were like the hot thing, and then those were out of sight and into 57 Chevy levels, and then the square bodies. Geez, in the past couple of years, square bodies took off like craziness. Well, it's starting to happen to these, and of course the model companies follow suit when something is classic and popular. They used to do them when they were, you know, they made so many of them, it was a popular truck when they were new. But you know how we love the classics, and this is, I still see it as a late model truck, but man, they are classic. They have a great look about them. You can do so many cool things with them. I'm pretty excited about this this sport kit. I'm going to get a few of them because I got some really cool ideas that I'll never do, probably, because I got 1.5 million ideas. So more squirrels. Thank you, AMT. Thanks for the squirrels. Hey, I gotta say though, my personal opinion of this kit, I think this is great. They did an outstanding job on it. I was kidding along. I am actually not a hater on that chassis. To me, lots of times, like I said, when I build trucks, I really kind of don't want to get involved in all this. I want to make something really cool. But what's very cool is they did kind of sort of make it to where when you get this on here and you open up the trunk, you can do a little bit of work down there, and you can get yourself an engine in there, and you got enough detail. And you're a model builder, right? That's what we do. We build model cars because they're fun. I'm not saying here's the producers yet, because I'm making a point that this will, you know, it's very easy to drop an engine and make this a very nice looking model to take to shows and do something really cool with. Lots of times nobody looks at the bottom of them anymore. So let's back to going and building model cars because they're fun. I'm going to do some of that a little later. In the meantime, we'll see you in the next video. Here's the producers.